Hi everyone, this is Meir. One or two things about the vaccine. They used to say there are no side effects with the vaccine. Now I heard an expert saying, well, take it easy for 7 days because your body is passing through some difficulties in building the defense against corona. That is more appealing to me. I can tell you that my son got a vaccine on a Thursday, and he used to be working in a freezer in Amazon, and the conditions there are not that good. And that was on a Sunday, and his pinky froze, something that didn't happen to him for a year and a half. Well, the vaccine may have some effects, and they have a lot to do with your circulation. So I think instead of hearing the story that vaccines are harmless, something that is not true about any other vaccine and is not true about practically any medication, I think that we should ask ourselves the question, if we do take the vaccine, what to do? And my suggestion is walks, rest from work, not be in any rough conditions, and allow ourselves to recover from the vaccine just like you can recover from any shock there is. I'm not trying to make a case against the vaccine, but I'm trying to make a case against fairy tales when we're being told that there is no harm of any kind by something that we do. That have proven itself to be untrue again and again. So now I'm going to talk about the second part. I have a wonderful client from Australia that believed completely to all the fairy tales she hears from the medical profession. I want to tell you that I think that the antibiotic that when it was invented, and especially penicillin, have saved hundreds of millions of lives. So don't understand me wrong in any way. But in some ways, I miss the times when wounded soldiers, after the First World War, lied in the sun with wind, and the sun healed their wounds. It was clarifying that cold sun, the one we have here in San Francisco, not warm sun like you have in Florida, but cold sun, sun with wind, is the best sun there is. In fact, the cool sun in the eastern coast right now is the best sun to be outside for short periods. I don't want you to catch a cold, but if for short periods you're in the sun, you're doing yourself a huge favor, like one of my clients right now. But this particular client I'm talking about believed completely to the medical profession, took large doses of penicillin. What's the result? She was allergic to penicillin. There was a lot of problems with her blood circulation to her lower limbs and lost both legs from the knee down. Has prosthesis. Very heroic lady. She lost half of one of her palms and lost the edges of the fingers in the other one. And lately she lost an eye. Also, don't believe the doctors when they tell you when you have pain from glaucoma and cataract, immediately go and remove your eye. It will all be good. Sometimes it's not. And I remember a person who called me and said, I'm removing my eye next week. And a good Samaritan asked me to talk to him and ask him to talk to me. And I said, why won't you wait for 2 or 3 weeks, see if eye exercises can make a difference? He was absolutely not open to it. He just wanted to remove his eye, as if that's the solution for it all. Well, there is all kinds of things that can happen. You can have problems with the tissues around the eye in the orbit. You could also have problems with what we call phantom pain. And so when we are being basically told those fairy tales, this is a safe treatment, ask yourself the question, is it really, really safe? And I remember my dentist, I am going to do something I never believed I will do, an implant of tooth. they've done deep work, and immediately they said, take antibiotics. I refused. Guess what? No infection, no problem whatsoever. As if antibiotic is harmless and it's only a good prevention. Let's remember that there are more people dying for medical care than from any other reason there is. Now, that does not mean that medical care does not save more people than it kills. They do save many people. And I myself, first thing that I would do if I would injure myself, go under an X-ray machine and see that I've not broken a bone or did something wrong to my body. Absolutely. But that's exactly where my trust with physicians end. To take no-end medications for your whole life, it's much more a mistake than it isn't, unless it is insulin for diabetes or other kinds of necessary medications. And yes, penicillin sometimes is exactly what you need to do, but only when all else fails. And even when you take the correct medication, you have to see what you can do for yourself naturally. So my message to you is not so pessimistic. My message for you is be discriminatory, believe in your own powers, and only when things cannot be solved with your own power, use invasive therapy or highly chemical therapy, and then work with nature, because nature is the true, relentless healer. Many blessings to everybody. Meir.